Dream big and explore our world.
Story time, anytime. Hey!
A music and adventure swirl.
Story time, anytime. Hey!
A hike in the forest and swim in the sea. Meet silly creatures and learn new things. So sing great songs, travel on a train, but build a skyscraper and pilot a plane. Whatever you imagine, whatever you explore on this magical journey, there will always be more. Make new friends, come on, don't be shy. Let's get a kite and we'll fly, fly, fly. Whatever you imagine, whatever you explore on this magical journey, there will always be more.
Story time, anytime. Hey!
Hi, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Storytime Anytime. Today, when I woke up, the sun was peeking through the trees. The birds were chirping, and there was still dew on the grass. My dogs were waiting by the back door to go for a nice walk. This afternoon, it's supposed to rain, so I knew it was probably best that I take them as soon as possible. I usually look at my weather app to see what the weather will be like, and I'm glad that I did that today. I live in Ohio. Some days are bright and sunny, and some days are cloudy and rainy, or snowy and cold, depending on the season. The weather does seem to change a lot, so I like to be prepared and know what the weather will be like each day.
The Earth is surrounded by air we call the atmosphere. The layer closest to the Earth is called the troposphere. This layer gives us air to breathe and heat to keep us warm. It's where our weather changes from sunshine to rainstorms. The air can change from warm to cold or somewhere in between. The air can change from damp to dry. It can be unforeseen. All these changes are the weather that we watch each day and hope for sunny blue skies so outside we can play.
From fair skies to sunshine with humid air to breathe, to cloudy skies to drizzle with thunder and lightning. The weather's always changing, it doesn't stay the same. For although we have sunny skies, tomorrow it could rain.
The weight of the air in the atmosphere pressing down on the Earth is called air pressure. As the temperature, air pressure, and moisture in the air changes, so does the weather.
The heat from the sun warms the air close to the ground, and warm air likes to rise. Meteorologists have found the cool air takes the place of the warm air, so we know that the movement of the air makes the wind blow. Warm air and cold air move through the atmosphere. When they meet, a front is said to appear. Cold fronts and warm fronts might cause it to rain, for when the air is moved around, the weather's sure to change.
From fair skies to sunshine with humid air to breathe, to cloudy skies to drizzle with thunder and lightning. The weather's always changing, it doesn't stay the same. For although we have sunny skies, tomorrow it could rain.
That was a great song. Studying different types of weather can be very interesting. Meteorologists are special scientists that predict the weather by using special tools. Maybe you would be interested in becoming a meteorologist someday. Let's learn more about the job of a meteorologist and the tools they use to predict the weather.
A cold front forms when cold air pushes against warm air. Cold fronts move quickly and often bring rain, thunder, or lightning. These storms do not last very long, and the temperature is usually cooler after they are over. A warm front forms when warm air pushes against cold air. Warm fronts move slowly and may produce light rain showers that will last for a few days. The weather is usually warmer after a warm front.
They check the air pressure just to see if it is low or high. For low air pressure means the water vapor is on the rise. Dark clouds will form, they'll get real big and cover our great skies. And rain or snow will fall because low pressure's the reason why. A meteorologist is a special scientist. A meteorologist tries to predict what the weather will be like, and then will tell us why.
What tools will a meteorologist use to predict the weather each day? They use a lot of different ones, each has a special name. What tools will a meteorologist use?
The thermometer is a special tool that measures the temperature. It tells us if it's hot or cold, if we are not quite sure. An anemometer measures the speed of the wind. It looks like three small round cups that move around and spin.
What tools will a meteorologist use to predict the weather each day? They use a lot of different ones, each has a special name. What tools will a meteorologist use?
An hygrometer measures the humidity in the air. It's really water vapor that seems to ruin my hair. A barometer measures air pressure and points out highs or lows. Although you cannot feel it change, it's important to know.
What tools will a meteorologist use to predict the weather each day?
Remember, when air pressure is low, it is likely that it will rain. When air pressure is high, it means that air is moving toward the earth and the weather will be dry and sunny. Now weather satellites float in space and take pictures for us to see, like how the clouds are forming or just what the weather brings. And weather stations are set up across the earth so we can measure with computers. It helps us to foresee just what the weather has in store. We need these special tools, from weather maps that show if the fronts are warm or cool. Now forecasts tell us lots of things, although they often change, like when we're told it's sunny and then we get some rain.
What tools will a meteorologist use to predict the weather each day? They use a lot of different ones. Now, do you know their names? What tools will a meteorologist use?
Well, I just got back from walking my dogs Bella and Diesel. They loved it, and I loved it too. The wind is starting to pick up, so I'm glad that we got our walk in today. I do think it's going to rain soon. Hey, speaking about wind, let's learn more about wind and how meteorologists measure wind speed.
I'm standing on a hillside and my hair blows all around. I look at the flowers that are moving on the ground. The trees are gently swaying and I see the dancing kite. And I know it is the wind blowing everything in sight. What is wind? It's something you can see. Wind is moving air that sometimes tickles me. What is wind? It's gentle and it's mean. Depending on the speed, the wind is moving. I like to go swimming and splash water in the pool. And when I get out, I feel the wind and I get cool. I listen in the autumn and I hear a blowing sound. It's the wind moving leaves as they fall upon the ground. Meteorologists use an anemometer to measure wind speed. Back in the early 1800s, Sir Francis Beaufort, a British admiral, designed a scale to measure wind speed. Today, the scale is called the Beaufort scale. The scale rates wind speed from 1 to 12 and describes how objects look when the wind blows on them at different speeds. Number 1 describes very calm light wind, while number 12 refers to wind speeds creating hurricane conditions. The laundry moves back and forth as it hangs outside. The sun and wind help the shirts to quickly dry. I lay in the grass and look up into the sky and watch how the wind makes the clouds float on by. What is wind? It's something you can see. Wind is moving air that sometimes tickles me. What is wind? It's gentle and it's mean. Depending on the speed, the wind is moving. What is wind? It's something you can see. Wind is moving air that sometimes tickles me. What is wind? It's gentle and it's mean. Depending on the speed, the wind is moving.
I have a weather update. Not only is it supposed to rain this afternoon, but we are expected to have a thunderstorm. I think this is a good day to stay inside. So, let's learn more about thunder and lightning. I think you'll enjoy our next song.
Did you know that thunder is the noise made by lightning? Lightning and thunder happen at the same time. But have you ever noticed that you will see lightning before you hear thunder? That's because light travels faster than sound.
I see a flash way up high.
The brightness sure does catch my eye.
I see a flash way up high.
It is lightning in the sky.
I hear a bang and a pop.
The noise makes me jump and sigh.
I hear a bang and a pop.
It is thunder in the sky.
I see the rain coming down.
The grass is no longer dry.
I see the rain coming down.
It is raining in the sky.
I hear the wind blowing round.
The birds, they no longer fly.
I hear the wind blowing round.
It is windy in the sky.
During a thunderstorm, clouds become charged with electricity. Lightning is a massive electrical spark. Lightning is very dangerous. If you are swimming in a lake and a storm arises, get out quickly. Don't stand underneath a tree or hold any metal object like a golf club. The safest place to be during a thunderstorm is indoors. Once inside, unplug your television, computer, and stereo, and do not use the telephone unless it is an emergency.
I hear the hail falling fast.
This thunderstorm, it is not shy.
I hear the hail falling fast.
It is hailing from the sky.
I see a twister spinning round.
I'm scared, this I don't deny.
I see a twister spinning round.
A tornado's in the sky.
I feel my mom, she's waking me.
And telling me to play outside.
I feel my mom, she's waking me.
It is sunny in the sky.
I must have been dreaming about
Rain and lightning in the sky.
I must have been dreaming about. Oh, it's sunny in the sky.
Let's go and play outside.
Did you know that meteorologists watch thunderstorms that could turn into tornadoes? They use radar to track storms and keep us informed of the weather conditions. The National Weather Service will issue a tornado watch if the conditions look like a tornado is possible. They will issue a tornado warning if a tornado has been spotted. Another violent storm is called a hurricane. A hurricane starts over tropical seas. Let's listen to our next song to learn more about tornadoes and hurricanes.
A terrifying windstorm spinning in the air. Some call them twisters, so please beware. They can cause disaster when they touch down. Tornadoes are violent storms that whirl around. It looks like a funnel of air that goes around. The sky is dark and hail might fall to the ground. The wind is blowing fast. Some twisters sure roar as it sweeps across the land. It's a very scary storm.
Although tornadoes are violent storms, they usually do not last very long. Most tornadoes occur during April, May, and June. When wet, warm air meets dry, cold air from another direction, a tornado can form.
Hurricanes start over tropical seas. They're masses of whirling clouds that pick up speed. They travel many miles and then can strike land, destroying trees and property with its upper hand. To keep track of hurricanes, we give them names like Agnes, Bob, or Helen, or James. The center of a hurricane is called its eye, where it is calm and quiet and
hurricanes are enormous storms that can be 10 miles high. They can cover miles and miles of ocean and last for many days. Hurricanes can occur from June through November.
Tornadoes and hurricanes are very violent storms, so we depend on meteorologists to be informed and give us warnings so that we can be aware and go to a safe place and be properly prepared.
The more I learn about the weather, the more I think that meteorologists have a very important job. And it sounds very interesting too. Maybe when you grow up, you'd like to become a meteorologist.
A meteorologist is a special scientist. A meteorologist tries to predict what the weather will be like, and then will tell us why. They measure how fast the wind is blowing. They measure the humidity. They look at the temperature, and they note where cold fronts are forming. Changes in the weather happen where the cold and warm air meet. These fronts can cause the wind to howl or a storm catastrophe. A meteorologist is a special scientist. A meteorologist tries to predict what the weather will be like, and then will tell us why.
A cold front forms when cold air pushes against warm air. Cold fronts move quickly and often bring rain, thunder, or lightning. These storms do not last very long, and the temperature is usually cooler after they are over. A warm front forms when warm air pushes against cold air. Warm fronts move slowly and may produce light rain showers that will last for a few days. The weather is usually warmer after a warm front.
They check the air pressure just to see if it is low or high. For low air pressure means the water vapor is on the rise. Dark clouds will form, they'll get real big and cover our great skies. And rain or snow will fall because low pressure's the reason why. A meteorologist is a special scientist. A meteorologist tries to predict what the weather will be like, and then will tell us why.
This has been brought to you by Twin Sisters Digital Media and Evergreen Podcasts. Be sure to hit subscribe. If your children enjoyed these songs and stories, go to twinsisters.com to find even more ways for them to sing and learn. Be sure to subscribe to our newsletter for our free download of the day giveaways and promotions on exciting new digital learning content like these and much more. And visit our friends at evergreenpodcasts.com. Thank you for joining us at Storytime Anytime.